This is a very emotionally painful issue, and it's an issue that I would rather avoid. But recent events in Kansas this last weekend have led me to try to open this discussion with you. It's a discussion that is painful for people on both sides of the debate. And I fear that there is no good way for me to open this discussion with you. Any way I go, I fear I'm going to make people angry at me, which is fine. But what I want to do is open this up so that we can discuss it, so that I can learn from you, so that we can try to have a decent discussion about this issue. First, what you should know, I don't know if you care or not, but my own personal experience with this issue is that people that I know and love have had abortions. That doesn't make it right or wrong, but what it means to me is that these are not evil, wicked people. They are people just like you and me who are trying to understand what it means to live life, what it means to make proper decisions, right decisions, and they are painful decisions. Quite often what happens is that these women feel like they have nowhere to go for emotional, spiritual, physical, financial support. The father figure has left, has decided that he doesn't want to take responsibility for his actions. And so the father figure leaves. The woman, this is the most painful part for me, the woman feels like she can't go to a church because it's likely that she has had sex out of marriage. And so the church is going to immediately accuse her of making improper decisions, and she needs to take responsibility for those decisions on her own. The church comes in a place of judgment to the woman, and so she feels like she cannot go to the church for support. This is painful because the church should be about welcoming people into its community. The church should be about providing spiritual, emotional, physical, and financial support to people who want to be involved or invited into that community. That's what it means to be the church. And unfortunately, what's happened is that the church has gotten itself into what I would call a satanic accusational role. Satan in the Bible is the accuser, the one who splits people apart from the people of God. What the church has done here is said this is a violent act and we need to be against abortion. And many in the church have come to drop verbal, emotional, physical violence upon others, even bombs. So instead of taking stones upon ourselves as Jesus does in the New Testament, what we end up doing is casting stones, bombs upon others, physical violence upon others. This is so far from what it means to be the church. What we end up doing is trying to intimidate people into not getting abortions. What we end up doing is casting these verbal and physical violence upon others instead of taking it upon ourselves and walking with women together saying we will support you financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Even if you get these abortions, don't get me wrong. I pray for the day when abortions aren't no longer happen. I pray for that day because I know the pain that it causes, the pain that it causes women for the rest of their lives, the pain that it causes to this unborn child. But for the church to be the church, we have to support both these women and the children that are born throughout their lives. we project this responsibility upon women and don't take the responsibility for life upon ourselves. Those are my thoughts. I pray for the day that the church will be the church. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks.